woke up, sorrow placed. Hey, ready for the next new test. What up, life? I see your mess. I'ma still grind till I get success. I'm working, I just wanna work. I'm learning, I'm earning all the things that I deserve. So why you trying to act cool? I don't even need you. You can make me lose my breath. I'm focused, too focused. Attention on the road ahead. I'm sorry, boy, but you can't flatter me. I'm looking for that loyalty. No, games have never been my thing. That's just some immaturity. Don't waste my time while I'm shining. No boys allowed, be the real man thing. You can't flatter me. You can't flatter me. I'm measured in best version of myself. Add value, creativity. That's a mark I want to seem to be intimidating, but I can't help it. I don't mind the waiting, and I'm gonna wait till I find what I waited for. A real man, now let fate open up that door. Open up that door. I'm sorry, boy, but you can't flatter me. That's the job of a gentleman. See, no talkers can impress ladies. They don't walk and show that chivalry. Don't waste my time while I'm shining. Boys allowed, be the real man, please. You can't flatter me.
The Big Play Reflog Show is brought to you by ShackNews.com. We have partnered with Shack News for a long time, and that's because they truly are the best in the business. They've got you covered for all your gaming needs with news, guides, walkthroughs, and previews, like their featured article previewing the upcoming F1 22 racing game. And they do more than just video games at Shack News, like this week's interview with a Disney World executive breaking down the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster at Epcot. So if you're a gamer, Shack News is the site for you. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the handle @ShackNews and @ShackNews.com.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show!
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah. What is wrong? I don't know. I know damn well. Attack by Chuck. To the 10. He's still running to the 5. He dips out back to the touchdown.
It's time! The Big Play Reflog
Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. What is going on, everybody? I'm host Big Play Dave alongside Gab Cruz and Chris McNeil. How are you guys?
Good, Dave. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Gab,
How was the Derby party? Everyone wants to know. Your fantastic exclusive Derby party that you have every single year. Of course, the Derby came off as everyone expected, so I'm sure there wasn't anything that was talked about there, right?
No, nothing at all. I think we went through at least 5 or 6 handles of mint juleps.
Very nice.
So by race time, it was a bit foggy for everyone. Had a lot of Labatt Blues as well. So it was no one had the horse, Chris. Can you believe it?
Not a single person had that horse.
Well, we did a random horse drawing, and we forgot to put that one in there. So I guess next year we will have to plan and look at the horses right before the race, because typically you don't add a horse right at the last minute.
You don't want to have another Rich Strike come up.
No.
That one.
What
That
is
was
it,
amazing though. That
85
overhead
million,
cam.
right?
Did you see that today? I saw several of the tweets with the overhead cam of just how
Oh,
far Rich Strike had to come to win that race, and that was pretty darn amazing.
How much do you think like the Twin Spires and the TVGs of the world where you bet, because you can bet on racing in any state, doesn't matter.
Right.
It's all legal. How much do you think they won because that horse came in and won the race?
And
Like
there
that
wasn't much
probably
money on it.
messed up every like trifecta, almost all the bets that came through. I bet you they didn't lose much on that.
I heard at least one analyst say though that one of the common things that people do is they'll go and box like the top 2 horses with a long shot. So
Yep.
you'll end up with some money coming in there. I don't know if that's true or not, but it seemed like a pretty respected guy was kind of saying that. That makes some sense to
That
me.
makes
though.
some sense.
You're right. Outside of that, you don't have a whole lot of money going on to that horse unless you have that horse, you own that horse, or you're the family of the people who own that horse. I think did they buy it for like 20 grand or something? I heard
I
that
think
too.
so. I think we need to buy a horse.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I mean, if you buy it for 20 grand and it's winning the Kentucky Derby. Can you imagine how many people today were looking into horses that had
Oh,
like had no intentions of doing it, but just now after seeing that Derby, they're thinking, I could probably spare 20 grand. I could make this happen. A lot of dumb transactions are happening today thanks to that particular.
We could get an
horse
installment loan. Yeah. Gab, you want to buy a horse with us?
You know what? I think that I've decided the rest of my podcast earnings are going to go towards this horse.
Yeah.
What are we naming it? What are we naming it?
I don't know. Do we? So we were
Should it
talking,
just be a classic reflog name, or
Fog.
we were talking
What if
before
you
the
do horse
show.
racing backwards? You can confuse everybody. Just like, name it like that. Yeah,
What
could you
about,
imagine? Like there's women and men right now going to their significant others, going, let's put a second mortgage on the house. Let's buy a horse. What the
I got
hell?
an idea.
yeah, or like the people who are interested in buying boats. I mean, maybe they, some
Better
people
investment
put their
than a
money.
boat.
This could really pay off.
That's right. I wonder if horses are like boats. The common and what I've always heard with boats, and I think this is true, is you always don't ever own a boat, but know somebody with a boat. Same thing
Right.
with horses. Know
Maybe
somebody
you're
with-
right.
you don't have
Unless
to-
you can
don't wanna
race.
feed a horse. You don't want to deal
Yeah,
with
but if
that.
the horse wins, you're not going to split your earnings with the friends. But like, if your friend has a boat, you get to split the joy of having the boat.
I know it's completely different,
It's
but
not an
still,
even trade-off.
I'm not feeding a horse. No way. They eat a lot.
Gab, should we name the horse Biggie Smalls?
We should.
So we were talking about your trials and tribulations with raising a baby raccoon, and obviously it didn't work out. But if for those who weren't following along on Instagram or Twitter, what's
Yeah.
been going on with you? I know it's been an emotional week.
Oh my gosh, it's been the longest week. So I found out that I'm just not the raccoon whisperer that I thought I was, in short. But so basically last Friday, I was at my parents' house. They were cutting down a tree out front of their house, and I was hanging out with Blues, playing in the backyard. And the construction workers carried over 2 baby raccoons that they found in the tree. So I was like all giddy. I got a shoebox. I dove into the internet, and I found out if you leave the 2 little guys where their den was, which would have been the tree, it was a tree stump by this point, the mom should swing back around. So the next night, the mom came for the one, but not the other. So what ensued was this whole saga of me trying to reunite the second little baby with the mom. And I kept like a little update going on TikTok. I kept the update going on Twitter and on Instagram. My stories had like thousands and thousands of views. People were so invested. And I was too, obviously. Like I got so sporadically emotionally invested in this cute little baby guy, Biggie Smalls. He had the cutest little mannerisms. I was buying kitten replacement milk and feeding the little guy, trying to keep him warm in his little shoebox and such. And I shit you not, he kicked the bucket 4 days in. So I was like crushed. Like I didn't see it coming. I didn't know this, but because the mom would stop, yeah, she wasn't coming back for Biggie Smalls. Like, I put out cameras and everything. I found out that that's kind of a thing. If the mom doesn't think that the baby is gonna make it, she just kind of abandons him. That was news to me. So I just got like, I was so high and then I got so low because I was just so devastated. My coworkers at the Guardians, like, you would thought a tragedy happened. I was sobbing over a baby raccoon that I had known for 4 days at the ballpark.
I'm not gonna lie. I got on Instagram. I was scrolling through. I just see you crying on a video. I'm like, oh my god.
But you know what? People were surprisingly so with me on it. Like, the number of people at the ballpark then who were like, "Hey, sorry about Biggie." Or like, "I follow you." Like, "This one's for Biggie." I was getting DMs of like people having a drink and stuff. So like, who knew that a baby raccoon, number one, could be such a unifying force, and number two, could just be like the utter emotional turmoil that you never even knew existed inside you when it dies unexpectedly.
Well, now the Guardians have got to rally around the raccoon. Rally raccoon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Rally Raccoon. He's going to be the rally this season. What I was telling you guys is what I would like to ask the people who tune in to our podcast. I don't know who's tuning in tonight. Here's my debacle. The whole world, I'm sure, is here. So I only dabble with TikTok. Like, I've never like kept a streak. I'm not a niche person, like where I just do one thing and I've like blown up. You know, I just dabble. I kind of do whatever. Of course, fate would have it, frickin' Biggie Smalls goes absolute bonkers viral. Like, I wake up and it's like over 600,000 views, and I had kept like a little part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. People are hyped about this storyline and Biggie Smalls.
I think it was the hands. It was like the little picture you had of the hands.
Yeah, I don't know. He's so freaking cute, like, obviously. But now I'm faced with, what the heck do I post now? Like, am I just supposed to go on there and be like, it died? Like, what am I supposed to do? People keep being like, what's the update? And they want to send me stuff. And like, I don't have the heart. I had to wait till I was emotionally stable enough, first of all, to deal
Well,
with
I saw in your video of one you crying, there was many cuts out of it. And I just figured you had to cut and then just started bawling for like 5 minutes, then came back.
I know.
Makeup was everywhere.
I hadn't slept. I was up at the ass crack of dawn every day checking to see if he was still alive, if his mom came to get him. Like, it's been an emotional roller coaster. So anyway, if anyone has any tips for like what should I go on there and say? Because like, I'm sure I'm going to get trolled so hard.
No.
I'm all ears for that.
I would release the crying video.
But I'm over the moment now, so now I feel like I feel dumb. But
I can't wait for
maybe
the
you're right.
first sign down at Progressive that just says R.I.P. Biggie Small.
Can you please make it? Can one of you guys be the ones to get it going?
Absolutely.
Anyone listening, go down to the stadium the next time we're in town. The Guardians are back, and make sure you make that sign. We want to see that out in the
People
corner.
would be so confused.
They
Like,
would be.
I guess. Yeah. It's a while, but yeah. All right. Well, I guess we should start
That's
right?
that's a hipster Tito joint right there. Hipster Tito.
There we
Reach
go.
out to hipster Tito.
All right, we got a fun show for you tonight. We will kick it off with Power Rank Monday. After that, Cleveland Headlines brought to you by TSE Cleveland. You got a giveaway for you guys, and then we'll finish off with some Guardians trivia. Who wants to be a BEER-IONAIRE? Hopefully giving away some Labatt Blues. Let's kick it off. Let's get some Power Rank Monday going.
Power Rank Monday.
All right, the NFL schedule will be announced this Thursday. Gab, I love your
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't time that properly.
That's great. So back in the day, Chris used to drink just like it. I don't know if it was close to the camera or what it was, but it looked like a 2 liter of Mountain Dew. and it would just be him lifting it up, and then he just like, there it is.
That's what you wanted. Oh, yeah.
Wow, well, look at that magical thing.
All right, we got the schedule coming out Thursday, 8 p.m. We know the opponents, but we don't know the dates or times yet. So we're going to power rank our top 3 Browns road games we'd like to go to this season. And so for the people out there listening, we got Atlanta, we've got Buffalo, we've got Carolina, Houston, Miami, Washington, Baltimore, Cincy, and Pittsburgh. Gab, any of those jumping off the page?
Yeah, I think my top 3, and I'm just thinking in terms of easy trips and what would be fun. I'm thinking maybe Steelers, because I've never been to Heinz Field. My top 3, okay, so Steelers, how about Buffalo, and then Cincinnati? Because Buffalo, Cincinnati, they've got 2 of the younger, better quarterbacks in the league. Cincinnati, division rival. I'm thinking that's probably my order of top 3.
I like that. Chris, I was looking through the list, and I actually have not been to many of these stadiums. I've been to Cincy. I think that's it.
Wow, you haven't been to Pittsburgh, huh?
I've never been to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I've never been to Buffalo. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Chris, what would you put on your list?
I think there's only one way to do this. You got to put Buffalo number 1 because the Buffalo fans, hats off to them. They're just like us. They're like our brother, basically. And that would just be an absolute blast to go up there and hang with those Buffalo fans. And it's also 2 really good teams and could be an AFC playoff preview. And then the next
Josh Allen is also sponsored by Labatt, so
well, there you go. We also got sponsor tie-ins coming out the
there
weekend.
we go. Blink.
And then you got to go with the 2 revenge games, right? You got to go with Houston with Watson going back there and kind of showing them hopefully he's going to be back for that game, first of all. Second of all, going back and showing them what they're missing out on. And then what do we think about Baker going back to or us going to play Carolina, where potentially Baker Mayfield could be the starting quarterback by that time? Who knows?
He could be.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think that would be interesting. Carolina, Houston, Buffalo. There's my 3.
Would you want to play against him?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. and I'll tell you this, if everybody say, well, he's going to be motivated and he's going to come out. Yeah,
will he have a
seen
chip on
that
his shoulder?
Baker. What happens every time that Baker showed up? The ball goes high, Dave. We've talked about it on this show. So I think our secondary,
for 2.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think our secondary would have a field day. I hope that Baker's all pumped up. I hope he wants to beat the hell out of us. And then we'll just intercept him right and left all day long.
But Chris, I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't be the starter for pretty much anywhere he goes. I don't. Do you think he would?
Yeah, you're probably right. So we're hoping for an injury there, I guess. That way we get Baker, because I don't want to go to Carolina and not have Baker. I mean, otherwise I just go to I'd rather go to Miami then. We'll just see him play the Dolphins and go hang out on South Beach.
There you go.
Take my talents down there. If you don't get Baker in Carolina.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna go Buffalo. Yeah. I'll go Carolina. Sans Baker. I don't really care.
Screw it. We should just do a team outing, a show outing to Buffalo.
So the only reason I'm picking Carolina is because, Chris, we go to Hilton Head as a family, and we drive through Charlotte and stay there the night. And that stadium and that downtown looks very cool. I've never been. I've driven by it a dozen times.
Have you ever been to the baseball stadium? Their AAA baseball. It's fantastic. It's a newer stadium. We went there a couple of years ago. We actually watched the Clippers. They happened to be in town when we were on vacation.
Carolina.
Yeah,
really?
In Charlotte. And I don't even remember what the team name is. We may have even seen Bieber pitch there. I want to say it was that long ago. So it's a few years back. But this is a newer stadium, and it's beautiful. It's right downtown. So if you're ever there, and it happens to be the spring or summer, go check out that stadium because it's right downtown and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So I'll go Carolina. I'll go Buffalo, and I will go. I guess I'll go Cincy.
Why Cincy? You go to Cincy anytime. Cincy's
Dude.
always going to be there.
Deshaun Watson versus Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I get it.
I
Whatever.
think that whatever.
Yeah, but Chris, ain't nobody got time. Like sometimes I just need to make a quick trip, you know,
Right?
something doable, something
I see,
doable.
yes, to fit into you guys' schedule.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm
The
being
Charlotte
realistic.
Knights. That's what it is. The Charlotte Knights. And it's a beautiful
Charlotte-
stadium.
You could
Yeah.
have just made up a name. I would have no idea.
They play at Truist Field. Truist Field.
Truist Field. That's downtown Charlotte, really?
Yeah.
No kidding. All right, we'll have to make a trip.
It opened in 2014.
I was
So
gonna
eight-
say,
So
yeah.
8 years ago, 54 million. Yeah. So there you go. Charlotte Knights.
There we go.
Fantastic. Good time had by all.
Yes, power rank the away games we want to go to, and we're going to a AAA or a AA baseball game.
I'm power ranking the Clippers schedule. The Columbus Clippers. What road games do I want to see? Charlotte is high on that list, Dave.
Yes, love it. Absolutely love it. Okay,
For
do you
that,
want to
the
go
Louisville
Cleveland?
Bats?
So wait.
Augusta.
Let's finalize this real quick. So I think we've got Buffalo 1, right?
Yes.
2.
Well, does it matter what time of year though? I mean, do you want to go to Buffalo come December? Is that more appealing or less
That's a good
appealing?
point.
That's a good question.
Because
would say
it could
yes.
have more playoff implications or clearer playoff
Mhm.
implications. That game could be huge. You come December, but it also could be cold as well. It will be cold as hell.
Yes.
Or would you
Correct.
rather have it in September or late August, September, right in there, where it's going to be warmer, but the playoff implications aren't quite as clear? I say
That
go
is-
December. If you're going to go to Buffalo, take
Yeah.
in the whole experience. Give me 6 foot of snow and give me all the tables and all the drinking and all the beer pong. Give me the bratwurst. Give me the whole thing. Let's do the whole Buffalo experience. Give me December.
Heck yeah. I'm
Yeah.
in. All right. That works for me. Road
Okay,
trip.
we'll
to
schedule
Buffalo.
it.
Here we
If
go.
it fits into your schedule, Gab, you can
Yeah.
join us.
All right, let's we're gonna do headlines, or you know what? I think we've got our contestant for trivia already ready to roll here. So how about we do a little Who Wants to Be a BEER-IONAIRE? What do you guys say?
Perfect.
Do it.
It's time
I
for Who
love
Wants to Be a BEER-IONAIRE. It is time for Who Wants to Be a BEER-IONAIRE, presented by Labatt Blue. All right, if you haven't seen this, each week one contestant gets their chance to answer Guardians trivia questions for a chance to win. We start off with cash for a Labatt 6-pack. Then you can move on for a 12-pack and a 24-pack. And one final question for a case of Labatt Blue Light and a GV Art shirt. This week, we welcome in George at Gov1020. George, how are you, my friend?
Not bad, everybody. How's it going?
We're doing well. How confident are you with some Guardians trivia here?
Well, I mean, there's a good 100 years of history there, but hey, I'm going to give it a go. Why not?
George, are you in your garage right now?
I am in my garage. Absolutely.
That is fantastic. I love that look. I think you're the first contestant to be in their garage. So I like this. I like the way this thing's starting.
Everybody doesn't just hang out in their garage drinking beers all night.
Hey,
More
man, I'm
people
with ya.
should, George. More people should. God bless.
Oh, it's great.
That's right. All right, a lot on the line. We got to get you some beers for the garage.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly where they're going.
Yes. Okay. So if you get stuck, you can phone a friend. Reflog will call them. They have 5 seconds to answer after you read them the question. So that's if you get stuck. Are you ready for question number 1?
Let's do it.
All righty. for a 6-pack of Labatt. Which 1989 draft pick spent his first 12 seasons in Cleveland before leaving in free agency, then eventually returned to the Tribe in a trade with the Twins in 2010?
I think I have a good idea who this is.
No, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I think I have a good idea who this is. I'm going to go Jim Thome.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Woohoo!
Right out the bat. God, how devastated were you when Tommy left for more money?
Everybody was doing it in those days, whatever, and move on. And I'm a fan of the Cleveland team. I don't care who's on it. I'm still rooting for the
I love it.
Guardians.
That's a great answer. You know what? I do that literally about 10 times a show. Don't worry. All right.
So does Tom Hamilton. I was listening over the weekend. He right off the top of the broadcast, he went with in Guardians.
Yeah.
Right
We're all
off the
trying
top.
our
And if
best.
a professional like that does it, we're all off the hook.
Oh, absolutely. It takes time.
George, you got 6 beers. Would you like to try for 12?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Chris, give it to him.
Question number 2 for cash for a 12-pack of Labatt. Connor Pilkington made his first career start yesterday. Cleveland received Pilkington in a trade with the White Sox last season. Which middle infielder did the Tribe send to Chicago in that deal?
Oh, man.
This one's harder.
It is, but I can definitely remember. Most definitely.
You can take a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it's the guy we got from the Twins, but I think he went somewhere else. I don't think that's who it is.
Yep, so a trade with the White Sox.
Yeah.
Middle infielder.
Second base. Was it Oscar Hernandez?
You're
So I'll give you a clue. There's no Oscar Hernandez on the team.
So it's technically, yeah, he's still in it. He's still in this.
You're still in it. You had half the answer right,
You did.
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah. Half isn't bad. I need the other half.
Right.
I'll give you a hint. He was a starter for Cleveland for 1.5 seasons.
Mhm. Oh, I can picture him.
Maybe who you're thinking of, you're probably thinking of the right guy. You just can't get his first name.
Right. It's not coming to me.
Can I give him a clue? Even though they always make fun of me because I basically just give it away.
I was going to say.
Gab, if you do a rhyming word, it has to be an actual word.
No, I was just gonna say his first name is a salad that I like.
Oh, jeez.
Kale Hernandez.
I'm gonna go Caesar. Caesar Hernandez.
Yes.
He's moving on.
Honestly, the reason he should have got it is because you were thinking of the right person. And
He was.
Hernandez, if you just said the last name, that would suffice. So
I could remember. You say he wasn't there for very long.
All right,
Oh.
we've got you rattled. Would you like to move on for a case of Labatt?
Yeah. Let's go.
Heck yes. Gab, give him
all
the
right.
question.
Number 3, you're on a roll here. Franmil Reyes currently leads the majors in strikeouts with 43. Who has the record for, but now he's turning it on. I will say that. Who has the record for most single season strikeouts in Cleveland history with 194?
Gab always riding for the brand there.
Yeah, Gab, by the way, I love how you read the question. You're like, oh, I gotta interject there.
I'm like, okay, listen, he's had a 6-game hit streak though.
That's right.
Who's hitting now? All right. So the question then: who leads or who has the most in a season?
So who has
in history?
Yeah, in franchise history, who's got the record for most single season strikeouts?
Okay.
194 he's racked up. You would know this player too.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I've seen so many strikeouts recently.
Can we give him like an era of when, Dave, or is that too much?
No, George,
Me just likes to see people win.
George, Gab's already on her way with the case of Labatt for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be
The
here.
pressure is down. Yes, Gab, go ahead and give the era.
I'll
Was
give
it
you
good?
the era.
Just go ahead and give him the answer, Gab. You're on a roll.
He was
Gab's
a player.
undefeated in this game, by the way.
He was a player on our 2016 World Series team.
Okay.
So it's not a dead giveaway, guys.
No,
No.
that's not a dead giveaway.
Actually, this is the second time that a hipster Tito reference has been in the show.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most strikeouts, Cleveland history, 194, played on the 2016 team.
I have no clue. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark.
There is one other hint we could give him, but should we not?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is up to you.
Making it into a hint party.
Yeah, that was his hint. That was the hint.
Arte.
Chris, say it again.
We got a hint party going on right now.
Hint party.
A hint party.
let me just
Party.
Mike Napoli.
Party at.
What was that, George?
Mike Napoli. Party Napoli.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're just going to change this to we're giving away a case of beer just so we can talk about the Guardians and some Indians history.
I'll talk about 2016 anytime.
Is that who you were, George? Is that who you were gonna guess before our hints? Be honest.
I was actually gonna go Santana, but then I was more walks. So and in my brain, I was headed, but yeah, Party at Napoli's. How could I forget that?
Hipster Tito. Hat tip to him once again.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to force you to move on. You have to move on.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
All right, we're going for a case of Labatt Blue Light and a GV Art shirt. This one.
Hey, Gab.
This is the easiest one, by the way. Gab, I'm going to let you do the question. But
Well, I was also going to say she can go ahead and give him the hint because the hint is wrong on this one. It's not the right person.
Oh yeah, that's that. I know who that is, and that is a wrong hint.
That's the wrong hint. That's the wrong person.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so stand by. Who is the hint wrong or the answer's wrong?
Yeah, we might want to fact check this before
No,
we
the
move
answer,
on.
I believe, is right.
Well,
the
let's
answer
make
is right.
sure though. I mean, it's got to be right. I remember when he.
Yeah, it's got to be.
when
Yeah,
he
it has
broke
to be
it.
because the other guy wouldn't make sense. He wasn't even with us for very long, was he?
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
the hint guy.
We got to fire the hint guy. All right, Gab, go ahead with the final question for George.
All right, here we go. George, you're on a roll. That has nothing to do with any of the hints we're giving you.
Sure.
Number 4, 24 pack. Who is the Guardians' all-time leader in career saves with 149?
Ooh.
All-time career leader in saves. I guess I'm just gonna throw it out there. I guess Cody Allen.
Wow!
I remember it was recent, but it
A
just
bonus
happened.
question. If you could answer what our hint was. Who was the pitcher whose dog used to get weed mailed to his house?
Oh, Chris Perez. Who
Chris
forgets that?
Perez. That's correct. Went to his dog, Brody Baum. Brody Baum was the name of the dog, Brody. Yeah.
That was so
That was our hint for Cody Allen, though, for some reason. But you got it right. Cody Allen, well played.
Thanks. I remember that going down.
George, congratulations on the case of beer and the GV Art shirt. Every contestant gets to give us 2 cents on what's going on with the Guardians. What are your thoughts so far? How do you think this is going to kind of play out?
Well, I guess I hate to say it. It's going to be a streaky season, just as we've seen with all. They're going to get swept. They're going to, they're going to sweep. I just hope that levels out to where we're more sweeping people than getting swept. But I think they're on the right track. I mean, compared to what I thought would happen, would be much worse than what I'm seeing. But I didn't see I saw whoever just gave up 4 runs in the first inning tonight. So I didn't see actually what was going.
That's been sort of a trend for us the last couple games. Starting pitching, giving up 2 or more runs in the first. But then we like muscle back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What's the score now? Should we check a live look in here?
Yeah, I don't know. I flipped it off so I could.
4-1 right now.
4-1.
The Indians are up. We've got 1 out, top of the 5th. We got men
runners at the corners.
Yep.
Yeah.
Straw is up.
I definitely think it helps that our division is not very strong. So I think we can. That helps immensely.
Yeah, we're with you, man. All right, George. Well, you got some beer to drink in the garage, and when you go down to Progressive, you owe Gab a giant hug.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you for the clues, and thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Yeah, see you at the ballpark.
Can't wait.
All right, George. Congratulations again. Shoot us a DM. We will get that to you shortly. Great stuff. Gab, you're so nice. I love it.
You are. You're the counterbalance to Dave and I.
Yes. You're done.
Yeah.
They on Beer Money, they used to just let me just give so many hints. So I keep that going, I like to see
behind the
people
beer
win.
money right here.
Yeah.
Any other good behind the beer money stories, Gab?
I think I let you guys know. I can't remember if this was on the show or behind the scenes when we were chatting one day, but we did have some interesting people. One of our main sponsors was like a racino, and we'd go to like the racino on a Tuesday afternoon. One of them was in like Virginia or something. And you could imagine the clientele at a casino on a Tuesday afternoon. So one time I had a lady take the money and run even though she didn't win. She was mad at me because I encouraged her to go for the next question. Like, I'm like, you can do this, go all in, She went all in and then lost, and then I'm supposed to take the money back, but then she kept the money, so then we couldn't use that segment because
did she run?
What was I gonna do? Wrestle her back for the $10? That's just not my style. At that point it's an L. You just gotta be like, sorry guys.
How did that go down? Because you see like I
literally got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart. That's literally what happened, but she wasn't sweet.
Have you ever seen those videos on Twitter, like viral videos of like someone robbing a Best Buy, and then they're like the Best Buy people are just so good at not letting anyone escape?
I just retweeted that today. That was hilarious. Yeah, you know what? I didn't have anyone to help me with some zone defense, Like it was just me, myself, and like the camera guy was too. He was locked in, I think if I had some backup, there was a real chance we could have got our $10 back.
Did she take off like running, or I would assume
nah,
not.
She didn't really take off running. But I'm trying to remember. No, she just gave me the business and was like, I'm not giving this back. And I was like, okay, all right, sure.
Stories of beer money.
Sure. And then another guy had his shirt cut open so far that it was considered nudity. So we couldn't use him as a contestant on TV either.
Wow.
Yeah, there was parts just showing. So
what, like nipples? Like his nipples were showing?
Yeah, we had a nip slip. That is exactly what it was.
Okay.
Like I said, the clientele at the casino on a Tuesday afternoon.
So male nipplage, that's not allowed on beer money.
Getting like Cedar Point-esque, like people who've been splashed by the water just walking around this place.
Yeah. I always wondered why they never selected me for the show. Now I know.
Yeah, right.
Shooting nipples. That was
you
my
have
problem.
too many teeth.
All right, let's move to some headlines. Cleveland Headlines brought to you by TSE Cleveland. They helped us give away a ton of signed Browns merchandise. So make sure you're following them at TSE Cleveland on Twitter. Keep an eye out for our show tweets for weekly giveaways. And this week, we're giving away a Greedy Williams signed jersey. That cornerback room just is crowded now. And the winner is... Chris, do you have a drum roll? I messed up way too bad last time on the drum roll.
Let's see. Can I find a drum roll? Let's see. I've got bad trombone. No. I really don't. All I've got is this. That doesn't really do it. Nope.
Yep, it's not a joke. We are giving it away.
Yeah.
The winner is Ross Major at Sergeant 3 Crickets.
Well, congratulations. Now we can go applause. That's a well-produced segment right there.
Always. It always is. Congratulations, Ross. Shoot the show a DM, and we'll get that Greedy Williams signed jersey out to you. Enjoy it. Go frame it. Put it in the man cave. All right. So,
Hey, Dave, before we move on, I do have a question for both you and Gab.
Okay.
And this is from tonight's telecast for the Guardians.
Okay.
I'm about to play some audio. You got to tell me, what does Rick Manning say in this audio? You guys ready?
Into right field. Sheets coming in. Drops the ball. The Guardians will score first as Quan comes home. In the second base is Owen Miller. And Sheets just simply botched it. I mean,
What did he say there? Are you kidding me? Or did he say something different there, Dave?
I got the are you shitting me vibes.
I think I couldn't really tell. It says, I think shit was in there though.
I mean, Quan comes home. In the second base is Owen Miller. And Sheets just simply botched it.
I mean, I don't know. Once you hear it that way,
Maybe he was trying to say sheets, and he was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
giving him the benefit of the doubt. There you go.
That's right.
Way
Hey,
to
a
go,
lot
Rick
can
Manning.
go. A lot can go wrong live. So
That's true.
all right, we were our buddy Nick Padone is not on tonight, but he tweeted out, I told myself I wasn't going to get excited for the NFL schedule release week. He said he lied. Speaking of the schedule release, who is your ideal opponent for the home opener, Chris? Who would you like to see for this home opener as the schedule comes out here?
I'm trying to think. Who are our options for the home
Let's see
opener?
here.
Yes, we've got Chargers, Patriots, Saints, Jets, Tom Brady and the Bucks, Lamar
See, that would be
Jackson,
my choice.
Ravens.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I think
or
Tom
Bengals,
Brady
too.
coming back, playing him in Cleveland. I mean, that would be fantastic. Anything would be better than last year's home opener. Do you remember who we played?
The Texans, was it?
We played the
Or-
Texans, and it basically ended our season because Baker got hurt during that game. So as long as
That was a
that kind of
fun-
thing doesn't happen, that
Yeah.
would be great.
But I
Was
do
it-
remember
was it
that
week
was a fun
3
game.
before?
Yeah, it was like week 3.
Yeah.
That's the home opener. Yeah. Yeah, because we had split. We went to Kansas City. We lost. And then did we have a game in
what a
between, or
long
was it the
season.
second game? What's that?
That was a game.
What a
Baker
long
hurt himself.
season.
Yeah. It's like there are 17 games to get through or something.
Oof. Brutal. I've
Yeah,
blocked
give
all
me
of
the
that out.
Buccaneers. I'd love to have Tom Brady come to town. I think that would be fun. The Patriots are always fun because you got Bill Belichick. Chargers, Saints, I don't know, nothing really there. Jets. It seems like we play the Jets at home an awful lot whenever they're on the schedule. And of course, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. We'll get to see plenty of them. So
That is
yeah,
true.
give me the Bucks.
Although beating one of the division rivals at home, first home game would be pretty fun.
No doubt. As long as you close the deal.
Really,
Right.
any of these, if we win, I don't really care.
That's right. Just win, baby.
Just win. Yeah, but any of those kind of stick off the page for you?
I was gonna say like I guess it's basic, but I was gonna say the Bengals. But I'm kind of with you though. I think Tom Brady would be cool to see in Cleveland, and because I probably wouldn't travel to go on a road game, so it'd be nice. It'd be neat to see that.
It wouldn't fit into your schedule, of course.
It might not fit into my schedule.
All right, here's a bet for you. Over under how many primetime games for the Browns? I will set it at 2.5.
So
Oh, beautiful. I'm going over. I say we get 4.
4, really?
4. What did we have last year? Didn't we have 4 last year?
Yeah, but I
I
feel
feel
like
like with
they
the
always
Thursday night-
regret giving
I
us
think-
as many as they do.
Don't you think it'll depend on if Deshaun's playing or not?
Oh, I think he's playing for the whole year.
You think?
Oh,
Okay,
look at that. Ooh.
Don't you,
No,
Chris?
I wasn't sure if there
No.
might be.
No, Dave. I think they're going to suspend him. I do.
Do you?
I mean,
Yes.
I think the Trevor Bauer thing sent him maybe a message, and NFL might follow suit with something. You know what I mean? Or I don't know.
It
Who knows?
makes the NFL look bad if they don't do anything.
If
I
they,
think.
yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know if the NFL cares.
Touche.
Right.
Despite everything they put out there about things they care about, they may not actually care about them. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
Gav, how
but-
how does a baseball suspension work? Like with Bauer, like 2 years. Like I
I
would
guess-
assume he's appealing that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess you can appeal it, and it could potentially be only a year.
Interesting.
Wow.
But
It's still going to be wow. Even if he appeals and wins, it's a year.
yeah,
It is
I think
pretty wild.
so.
I mean, there's got to be some stuff. I mean, I've seen the details on that, but that's just I'm kind of blown away that they would take that step. To be honest with you, not many of these leagues have that kind of gall and that kind of balls to take a stand like that, and they certainly did with Trevor Bauer.
Yeah,
And
I
that-
mean, I was
out
glad to see it. So
Sure.
I'm sure you were. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a interesting
Pe-
character. I wouldn't say
people are.
no anymore.
Yeah, people are diehard Bauer fans, and I get that. And
Well,
the
yeah,
internet
Bauer
and Twitter,
bros. I mean, come on.
and
every
like wow,
every dude on Twitter, on social media has, whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's him, whether it's Baker Mayfield, they've always got their bros, and the bros are always going to ride for them no matter what. And he does.
Yeah.
He's got the same group.
but I feel like he's accrued this very niche following of people who just are like the bros are under this category of like low key resent women or something. Like there's always this air of like.
Oh, I don't think it's
Res-
low key. I think it's high key.
Yeah, there's this
High
there's
key.
this weird and I'm not like a boys drool girls rule type person, I just noticed that it definitely seems as though there's the bros that band together on Twitter in support of Bauer. If you check their profiles or you go a little deeper, you're like, wow, do you just not like women? Because that's just kind of what I'm seeing here. But I don't know.
Trevor
thought
Bauer has 10,000 bot accounts.
Seriously, I could see it. Honestly, he seems.
I could
like
see him as
he's,
the bot king,
Yeah.
being smarter than everybody else, figuring out a way to get around the system. That sounds like his MO a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think people are they live and die by this idea that, well, if someone isn't convicted in the court system, then they don't deserve a penalty. But we already know
Right.
that with hard to prove crimes like this, I mean, the chance of winning or getting any type of punishment are slim anyhow. So if a team has its own protocol, then you can't like that. Then they have their own protocol. There isn't a loophole in the domestic violence policy that says it's okay if you knock somebody out, or like, no, if it's in their policy, they are allowed to do whatever punishment they feel is correct. So personally, I was happy that MLB kind of, like you said, Chris, had the balls to do something about it rather than just be like, we care, but he's a good pitcher, so
we'll
you got to do
slip a
something.
sticker on his helmet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good point. Gab, do you think Deshaun will get suspended?
I kind of initially thought like he has to, but a lot of people I know a ton of people are going to disagree with that and be like, well, no, because you don't know. For me, it's just like if you were to really look into it, and from what I read, there's so much of a repeated pattern that you would think something would be that. Like there should be some kind of. It's
Right.
just not normal. We haven't had like an outbreak of multiple players with 50 plus like it's a unique repeated pattern of some sketch behavior. So it's definitely out of the norm enough and enough of a inflicted some kind of harm that
Yeah.
I think that the NFL would have to do something. It would be very odd if they just pretended nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, the only reason I thought was because they said that these civil trials aren't even going to happen until April of 23. So
Oh, okay. So that
think he'll keep the suspension,
would
but I think they'll probably want to wait
they'll
and
wait until
see
the
how that
civil.
shakes out. But maybe not. Maybe to your point, Gab, like, what are we really going to learn more at that point a year from
Yeah,
now?
why would they? Yeah, exactly. And you already know there's some kind of something. And so if you were to
Something
wait,
weird, yeah.
yeah, something out of the norm there. We call that a repeated pattern of behavior. So I think it would make the most sense, and you should be timely and swift if you're going to give a punishment. It wouldn't make any logical sense to wait that long, in my opinion.
Well, this is the NFL.
But that is also true.
He will be suspended in like 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just I'm bracing for it, you know,
Yeah.
as a fan, and divorcing myself from what he did there, but just purely as a fan and the on the field stuff. It's like I'm preparing myself mentally for him being gone for a period of time this season, and I think it's going to be at the minimum 4 games if I was to guess, and it could be half the season. Hell, it could be the whole season. I don't know.
So does
Depending.
that
I didn't think the Bauer thing was going to be 2 years. I didn't think there was a chance in hell it was going to go that long. And
Yeah.
well, we'll see. We'll see if the NFL decides to step up in a similar fashion. But I think to prepare yourself mentally to have him out a few games is probably a smart play.
Okay. So does that affect your over/under of 4? If
Prime time.
Jacoby Brissett is going to be out there half the season, are we going to be prime time with Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, I'm still saying 4.
4.
I think they're going to come in hot. They're going to give us 4.
Vegas
I
is
think we're gonna
watching
be
this
interested.
show, and they're just bumping it to 3.5 now. So
3.5. There's
Over.
enough primetime games anymore, Dave. I mean,
No, wait,
every
here-
week there's
are-
like half
you
the games are
including
primetime games.
Thanksgiving and Christmas in that?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, Thursday night. Hell, by that time, they're going to be competing with the MAC here soon. They're going to have Tuesday night. Forget about MACtion. Now it's going to be the NFL taking over their time slot.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading a comment. Johnny U says what Chris played with Hamilton was what he thought. Just rewound the game, and he definitely said, "Are you shitting me?" Thanks, Johnny U.
Yeah, I think he may have.
I
Suspension for Rick Manning, plus or minus 3.5 games, Dave.
That's right. Let's keep talking about the Guardians. So they've been hanging around. Huge week starting tonight. Not off to a great start. I think it was 4-1. 6 road games against 2 teams ahead of them in the standings. You got Chicago. You got Minnesota. Gab, it's still super early. What are you kind of looking for out of the Tribe as we gotta go down this stretch?
Not the Tribe, the Guardians.
Oh,
The
it's
guards.
gonna take me here.
We should have a little jar since we should be like,
Yeah.
you have to shotgun a Labatt for that.
There you go. And then it'll happen more, and then you end up with more Labatt you're drinking, and then it happens more. It's a virtuous cycle once you start doing it. It's like drinking
Yeah.
games.
All right, Chris, just take the Rick Manning, "Are you shitting me?" Do it into an audio clip that'll go on the soundboard for every time that we say Indians. Are you shitting me?
That's it. That's going to get cut up. There's what we do.
And this is how we plan a show.
Yeah, I've noticed Tom Hamilton has gone with guards for short. Is that what we're
Yeah, I
going
like
with?
guards.
Guards?
I guess I like guards.
Okay.
I kind of like G's. Is G's gonna catch on or no? I've
G's
just
will
been
not.
trying.
No, that's
No,
not
okay.
catching on at all, Gab. No.
G's, the G's. I
The
I
like
don't
the
G's.
G's.
love
Oh,
guards.
jeez.
Guards, the
jeez.
OGs. OGs.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
Guards. I mean, what? We don't have a ton of options here.
Right.
We
All
can
right,
be
so
the
Gab, the,
CGs.
the
Okay.
guards. How do you
The
how do you
guards, Guardians.
what's going on? What's your feeling? You're down at the ballpark all the time. What's the feeling with this team, and what do you think over the next couple of weeks here?
I do have a really good feeling about this team. I know people keep dropping the word streaky. I've been hearing that a lot. Oh, this team's going to be streaky.
Probably because they are.
Well, right now they are. To start, they have been. But it was like, all right, guys. I mean, we're still in the beginning of May,
Yeah.
and we have, we're still getting our mojo going. Like, for starters, we didn't have Franmil really doing anything for a minute. Now he's just starting to get going, and that's been a big deal. Quan, he's going to be consistent, but there for like a minute he ran into that wall and then he had to spend some time. Like, I think that we just got to get in a good flow of a good routine of who's going to be our everydays or who's going to be our good gelling group out there. And we need I also think the pitching has to lock it. See, like they're still muscling through getting going too, because even Shane was a little off the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plesac just gave up some early runs. Tristan gave up some early runs. I think that we're just muscling through, in my opinion, the beginnings of it, because that people are capable. And then when you look at the offense, okay, Franny, 6-game hit streak right now. He's opened May batting over 500. Like, I think he's really starting to figure it out. Obviously, knock on wood, because some of us are suspicious here in the game of baseball. Naylor's doing pretty well. Owen Miller, he looks way more comfortable this year. He's crushing it. Jimenez, he's batting over 400 in the last 10 games.
He's got 15 RBIs. He's second on the team. No one's catching Jose, but that's okay.
Yeah, with runners in scoring position, we've kind of been crushing it.
Yeah, we were batting like 301 or something, like near the
Yeah.
top of the league. I heard on the telecast either yesterday or the day before, which is pretty impressive. I'll tell you what, though, you take it to the other side, our defense, suspect. Very concerned about our defense. Talk about streaky. We've had some streaks where our defense has not been very good. And when things start to kind of fall apart, we have no way to bring them back. So when we've had tough series, a lot of it can go back to the defense. I know we don't end up hitting much, but we also make a lot of mistakes on the defensive side.
Oh, maybe I'm not paying attention to this.
Yeah.
What? Give me some recent errors. I don't know, because I'm thinking all I can see is Jimenez, like his sick plays at second base. Like, have you seen? All I can think of is his highlight reel right now.
Owen on the defensive side has had some issues, let's just say. And it's a young team, so you want it all to come together, and it's going to take some time, both offensively and defensively, and I think they will. So I'm with you on that, Gab. I'm cautiously optimistic with this team, and I think it's a lot to ask because it's a young team. It's kind of like the Cavs, right? A young team.
Yeah.
You've got some talent here. Then all of these guys individually are figuring out, just the basics of being a major league ball player. So to expect a whole lot out of them, I think, is a little unreasonable. But at the same time, I could see them having a nice season. And I think we're off to a pretty good start, sitting here at 500 in a division that sucks. So, which helps us out. And I think we could make a little bit of noise here. Why not?
And Gab, you're talking about it. Yeah, I mean the young crew, and we've talked about this in weeks past, but like you look down the lineup, there's not many players on this team that you don't like.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, even Austin Hedges, who hasn't been all that great. We're kind of used to like catchers not being all that great. I mean, Roberto Perez.
He's been good defensively.
Yeah.
But you know what I like about him? He is always bringing the energy. Like, when Clase closed out, I think it was like last night or the game before, like the dude is just so happy to be out there. And I think that positivity is kind of going across this whole team.
And he had 2 games recently where he he doesn't hit much, but he hit at the right time.
Yep.
For us.
Yep.
So
Hey guys, I just checked Twitter. The
Oh.
number one Cleveland trend right now is
Are
Rick
you
Manning.
shitting me?
Is Rick Manning.
honestly, bonus points to him.
Yeah,
we-
yeah, that's the first time anybody's trended from the telecast. I'll tell you, in a long time. Even having the Guardians trending in Cleveland is good. So I'm props to Rick Manning for getting number one in Cleveland right now.
Like, we always want our fan base to be passionate, our
Right?
coaches to be passionate, our players to be passionate. Why not our broadcasters?
There we go. I'm sure the TV people don't love it, but well.
Just trying to help him out. And I love Rick Manning. nice guy.
That's right. All right, Gab, any parting thoughts on the guards before we get out of here?
Parting thoughts.
When are you working next?
I just moved I asked for just weekends after this past homestand, so you'll see me only weekends at the ballpark. So I don't know when I work next. I think we come back, we play Cincinnati Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Wait, what
Okay.
is today? And then I'll work on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice. And
Yes.
that's how we end the show. Boom. All right, thanks for tuning in to the Big Play Reflux Show. Huge shout out to Shaq News. Go check them out. Go check out their live Twitch streams. If you like video games, that is the site for you. Go drink a Labatt Blue Light, especially out of a green mug. If you're on a green screen, don't spit that out. Don't spit it out. And go check out Gab's music on Spotify, by the way. Pre-show every single week. We're playing her songs. Fantastic stuff there. And we will see you next week. Go get some GVR shirts. Go get some TSE Cleveland gear. See you at 9 p.m. next week. See ya.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflux Show!